Good morning, guys. And our project for today is a 1984 Cadillac Brits Eldorado convertible. We are going to be replacing the fillers for the bumpers, front and rear. And we are going to be painting all of them, taking off the bumpers, the tail lights, the headlights. Man, it's going to be a big job. But stay tuned. This is Chasing Profits. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, post. Hit that bell button, get notifications. Let's get into this. Guys, first thing we're going to do is take off these bolts that are holding the little air dam or whatever this is, guard for the bumper. That's a 10 millimeter. You got one here and one down there. Right in the center. So we'll remove those right now.
There's one there. Go down to the other end and get that other one. And it looks like there's in the front. In the front you got all these. You're gonna have to use your pry tool. But I might be able just to take this off. Yeah, we're gonna have to use our prying tool. Or take these off here. You got 4 more of these in the front here, so we're gonna take those off.
Alright, now with that off, see the whole protector there is off. Now we have access to our bumper bolts there. And that's a 1/2 inch bolt, so we'll take all those off now, and then our bumper will be removed so we can access all these areas in here. So let's remove the these 4 bolts here. Alright guys, I don't know if you can see this, but that's where I took the 4 bolts off. I didn't take them off there. You can't take them off there. You got to take them off here. So I took them off there, and this is loose. Now I'm going to go to the other side and do that one. And this whole bumper will just fall right off. So basically what I did so far was I just loosened the bumper. I didn't know I was going to be able to just loosen the bumper and be able to access all the stuff that I accessed. But I'll go through the other side with you. You know, I'm learning as I go here. But as I was able to drop this down, I took out this piece first, which was this bracket here. You see it's mounted. I put it in the new one already. Just seeing how it fit and all that stuff, and it fits pretty damn good. So I'll put the link in the description below of all these you know, all these ABS plastic pieces that you can put in for the bumper fillers. But you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts on the inside from the inside. And then you got this little piece here that you got to take off, which is not going to be needed when you go ahead and put the new one in. I don't even know what the hell that was for. It doesn't matter, it's coming out. So next thing we're gonna do is inside here, you see underneath that headlight, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 little tiny screws that actually hold this lower part of the bezel in. It's just a pain in the ass. Let me tell you something, if you're doing this job, this is a complete pain in the ass. You gotta remove this screw and this screw here, and that allows that to be like flexible. And then you got to remove this. You got to get up underneath. So like I showed you before, those 4 bolts, and then I'm going to take those off and go from there. Alright guys, so it came right out. It was in this little slot here. So did my bezel. And this little metal piece here was inside here like this. And of course, you know, the new ABS stuff from China is not lining up with the holes. So what I'm going to do is I got my grinder here, and I'm going to cut that like 1/4 of an inch off here, and I should be good. Now I took off that amount there, should line right up with my new one here. Yep, and it does. So, all right, I'm just basically getting everything prepared to, you know, so I know how it all goes in. This piece looks good here. Now I got to attack this. I don't know how this comes. Oh, there's a screw right here, a screw right here. Hopefully it comes off in that. So I'll take those 2 screws out right now. Alright, so this is a 5/16 and you gotta stick it in behind here. This is crazy, the amount of work you gotta do to get this stuff off, guys. So but it is what it is. So you gotta stick this behind here, and I don't even know if I'm gonna get this in there. I got no room. So I think I'm gonna have to take this entire grill cap off. No, I don't want to do that. Trust me, I don't want to do that at all. But it looks like this whole front piece got to come off. I'm gonna see what I can do to get that off. Stand by.
Alright guys, now the battery has to come out. So, this disconnected, take it out. I'm gonna say 14 maybe. Yep, 14. And it's time for the impact driver now, guys. This thing is, it's gonna save your ass a little bit. Put all your stuff in container. Like, this is gonna be a long one. That nut down there. You guys can see that. That one down there right here. I think I get to it.
I got that bolt down there out right in the center of the screen. You see that stud? And now, down in here, I can't really get the camera to show you, but I got one more. I'll show you when I pull this thing out. There's these little black tubes that have the studs mounted in them. I just dropped the bolt there. But looks like this, and I got 2 more bolts on the top to take off. Looks like it's the number 13. Let's see here. Yeah, they're 13s right there. This is a job and a half, boy. So those are the number 13 bolts, both black, look like that. And we got half. I might be able to access that now. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to access that now. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna access that now and take off this thing finally. Okay guys, well, this is my recommendation to you. If you're going to do this job, make sure you do it in the winter, because I'm here in South Florida and it is a BIT, you know what. Anyways, this just fabulous piece right here, the left front filler of the Cadillac Baritz, took me about an hour and a half to remove. The angles and the different parts the tools that I needed to make this happen was just ridiculous. I mean, I had to go inside the fender, through where the battery is to grab the handle of the ratchet. So now I got to take those out. Pop this bracket out first, if it even wants to come out. Yeah, this thing is... Well, I tell you, Cadillac, they don't make them like they used to, boy. Alright, so now I got to get in there and take out those 2. Anyways, just letting you guys know, so to take this out, it's basically where all the bolts are. And what I built to do basically everything was this here. Those nuts on the ends of those bolts is a 5/16, and you're going to need one of these to put on the end sometimes, or in the middle, in order to get the top one out up here. That was the worst one. I actually had to use the long extension. I had the 5/16 on the end. I had, sorry, this is what I had. I had the 5/16. I'll just build it for you real quick. I had the 5/16 with the 4-inch extension, and then I had the elbow here, and then I had this. So this is what I had to get the top one out. That's exactly what I had, and it's all on a 1/4-inch socket. I'm sorry, this is a 3/8 socket with a reducer on it. My small 1/4-inch just didn't work. So there you have it. That's how you need to get the top one out, and it works for the lower ones as well. Right, so we got the bumper off. It's gonna be a lot easier now just to put these in without the bumper on and all that stuff and work. So I say take the bumper off, guys. I don't think I'm gonna take this off. I don't know yet, but definitely a lot easier to work. All right. So I like the fit now. You guys can see it fits real nice underneath there. Let me show you what I did here. I put a notch in the top here so that I could put this one below and this one above this bracket here. Because when you try to go put this below the bracket, okay, this is why you don't paint these things before you try to install them, because they're never going to fit right the first time. See that gap? I don't like that. So what I did was I split this like that, put this in top like this, and then I installed it. It'd be easier with 2 hands, but there we go. Now you guys can see it. And this gap right here will suck in when I put the nuts in and the bolts. But pretty much that's where I'm at, and I think it looks pretty damn good. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna prime this. I'm gonna prime this outside of the car, and then I'm gonna install it, and I'm gonna paint it on the car, because it's gonna be way too many scratches in it if I try to install it with like this. So, all right, guys, we're on the left side now. These small little screws are the ones that they go from the bottom up. This goes right inside the slot, just like this. This goes underneath here. So a little manipulation is involved, but ultimately this goes in here like this, and that tab goes behind that one there. If I had 2 hands, I could do it. Can't do it. Can't do it like this with holding the camera up, but you get what I'm saying. So that slides in there, screws in from the bottom, and these are the screws for that. So we're going to start taking this off again now, and I'm going to show you in a little bit of detail this time as to how we take that off with the tool that I made. And guys, just for documentation purposes, this is the nut that goes, see that black tube that's going across there on the bottom there? This goes on the stud in the back there. And you're going to have another one right there. Can't see it, but it's about right here in this location here, and we're gonna get that one out. Might have to move this. Hopefully I don't have to move the air intake, but I might have to, but we'll see. Alright guys, so the whole grill is basically loose. Pulled it away so I have access to everything I need access to on this side. These are the 2 screws for documentation purposes that go on the side of your filler for the fender to the front. 1, 2 screws there. Now we're going to get into the hard ones. which are behind here and here, and those are 5/16. Same with the one down there in the bottom, it's 5/16. So I'll go back to my other piece here, which was this right here. Basically it's the exact reverse of this. So you got 2 up top and 2 at the bottom, and those are all 5/16. So we'll get out our tool that I made from all of our extensions, put these in there. Now what I did was I gotta rebuild it, so I'll do that off camera and get back to you. Okay guys, so this is the exact setup you need. I don't know if you saw this before, but I have a 4-inch, my angle, 6-inch, 4-inch, and then you got to feed it through. And I'll basically try to show you how I feed that through now with this camera and dropping all kinds of stuff. This is no fun at all. Alright, so if you can see this, you basically have to stick this in through here and use your hand up front here. So you got to use both hands, and up here you got to feel the nut onto the socket. And this is the most difficult. This is the most difficult bolt of all of them. I swear to you. This one is a bitch. Alright, so now you got to hold it and grab your ratchet here without letting it slip. Put this on and then turn it. And it's loosening. And it is off. Thank God. So that was the top one here. And I can feel there's no nut on there anymore. And I dropped the nut somewhere down in there. But now I got 2 more in the bottom, and those are a little bit easier to get. Alright guys, more documentation purposes, these small screws right here, they go through the top here into the bottom here, and these nuts here, small nuts here, go behind these and mount on this bracket. So that's that. Took off this side here. Now we got to take off what we showed you already, that inside there. It's about to rain here, so I'll probably just get this done today, and then that'll be it. I don't think I'm going to be able to paint or install anything, so till next time. Alright guys, I got my my Nason red color matched at my paint store. We're doing base coat, clear coat, obviously. I gotta open this up. So I'm gonna reduce this because it's really thick. I'm probably gonna do like 1:1. I'm pretty sure that's what it calls for anyways. Let me see here. It don't say, but I'm just gonna reduce it. Because that's too thick. I mean, I'd probably put a 1/4 of reducer in and still have great coverage. So, mix this up now. I got all the parts primed and cleaned and sitting outside on cardboard in my front yard. So we're gonna go ahead and paint this. Alright, so I got my reducer right there, and this is basically, you probably won't be able to see this guys, but oh yeah, there you go. I want to mix this at 1:1. So right now we're basically at, I'd say the 3.5 level. So I'm going to go from here up to here with the reducer, right around this area here. So I'm going to pour my reducer in. Right about there. That's where I'm going with my reducer. Get this off my countertop. That stuff will remove anything. Alright, so we'll grab our paint stick now, mix this up, and shoot it. Remember, full base coat, clear coat doesn't have, you don't have the hardener in it until you go with the clear. So this is just the base. So we are going to spray now. Magic potion. Alright, we're spraying at 35 pounds. This is a freight, Harbor Freight gun, basically. This is just the base coat, guys, so here we go. And it looks like we need a little bit more pressure. Alright guys, now we're going to mix our clear. So we got our Select Clear by Nason, and we got our activator right here. So it's 4 parts to 1. I marked a little area here on my mixing cup. I couldn't get a smaller one. They didn't have them in stock, so I had to get a large one. Anyways, I'm going to pour my clear in. Alright guys, you can see now, what you have to do is you have to mount this first. You see, this is the finish that came out. Pretty close match. You know, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, this is plastic, this is plastic. I had it matched as best as I could. Anyways, I already bolted in the 2 top bolts right here for the long front piece. Now remember, what you got to do is you got to put these in. And these go in here like this. And this is going to be, you know, the tricky part of all this. Make sure you put in this one also now. That's this. And I think it's this one. Could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Yeah, it's this one right here. So this one is to just go in here like this. And alright, now it's ready to go back in. Front end came out pretty good, guys. I buttoned it all pretty much up. The color is slightly off, but you know, being that it's in an area where it's known that those are the, you know, those are the fillers to be off on a color. And